Have you ever felt like life just stopped making sense? Like no matter what you do, nothing feels right anymore. This is the story of Arav, a man who once had everything figured out until one day he didn't. Arav was 29, working a stable job at a software company, earning decent money, living in a city apartment. From the outside, everything looked perfect. Friends and family thought he had it all. But inside, he was falling apart. Every morning, he woke up with a strange emptiness he couldn't explain. Work felt meaningless. Even weekends, which he once loved, felt dull and heavy. One night, after a long day filled with meetings and emails, he sat on the edge of his bed and whispered, "What am I even doing with my life?" He thought maybe a vacation or a new job would help. But deep down, he knew the problem wasn't outside. It was within him. So, without telling anyone, he packed a small backpack, turned off his phone, and took a bus to a quiet hill station he found online. Misty hills, chirping birds, no noise, no notifications. For the first time in years, he felt real silence. He booked a small room by a lake and decided to spend a few days doing nothing. But doing nothing was harder than it sounded. His thoughts screamed, "You're wasting time. What if you lose your job? You should be more successful by now." He realized how loud his own mind had become. That evening, as he sat by the lake, an old man joined him, a local painter capturing the sunset. The old man smiled. "You look like someone searching for something." Arav sighed. "I don't even know what I'm looking for. I just feel lost." The old man chuckled softly. "Good. That's the first step," Arav frowned. "How is being lost a good thing?" The painter dipped his brush and said, "Because when you feel lost, you stop pretending you know everything. That's when discovery begins." Those words struck him deeply. Over the next few days, Arav spent time with the painter. They'd walk through the forest, sit by the lake, and talk about life. One day, Arav asked, "You seem so peaceful. Don't you ever feel anxious?" The painter smiled. "Of course I do. But life is like painting. You can't control every stroke. Sometimes a drop of paint spills where you didn't plan it. But if you keep painting, even mistakes become part of the beauty." That night, Arav couldn't sleep. He realized he had spent his life trying to control everything: his career, his image, his future. In that chase for perfection, he had forgotten how to live. The next morning, he borrowed a brush and some paints. His first attempt looked messy and imperfect, but it felt freeing. For the first time in years, he wasn't doing something for a result. He was simply being. Days turned into weeks. Arav stayed longer than he planned. He started noticing little things: the sound of the wind, the warmth of sunlight, children laughing in the distance. One day, he saw a sign in the local market: "Help needed. Teach English to children." Without thinking twice, he volunteered. Teaching those kids reminded him of who he used to be before life became a checklist of goals and expectations. That evening, he wrote in his journal, "Maybe I was never lost. I was just walking the wrong path, chasing a destination that wasn't mine." After a month, he returned to the city. Everything looked the same: the noise, the rush, the pressure. But he wasn't the same anymore. He didn't go back to his old job. Instead, he joined a small NGO teaching underprivileged children technology skills. The pay was less, but his heart was full. One evening, the painter called him and asked, "So, have you found your way yet?" Arav smiled. "I don't think life is about finding the way. It's about walking your way, even if it takes time." Months later, Arav spoke at a local event about his journey. Standing on stage, he said, "If you're feeling lost, don't fight it. Sometimes confusion isn't a curse, it's a compass. It's life's way of telling you the path you're on isn't where your soul wants to be." Don't rush to find all the answers. Sit with your questions, listen to your silence, trust the timing of your own story. Because sometimes getting lost is exactly how we find ourselves again. The crowd applauded, but Arav wasn't seeking applause. He knew every confused and painful moment had led him here, to clarity through chaos, peace through patience. So, if you ever feel lost, remember this. Maybe you're not lost at all. Maybe you're just in the middle of becoming who you're meant to be. Life isn't about always knowing where you're going. It's about trusting yourself when you don't. Because the most beautiful destinations are often found after we lose our way.